If you're a part of the 90-Day Fiancé family, you know that loving Darcey Silva is a full-time job. It's a roller coaster of high highs, devastating lows, snatched looks, and a relentless, almost painful quest for a love that finally sees her worth. We've watched her heart break with Jesse, shatter with Tom, and now we're all holding our breath as she navigates the stormy seas of her marriage to Georgi. This season of Happily Ever After has been, well, it's been brutal. Let's be honest, we all wanted this to be it for her. We saw the wedding, the temporary bliss, and we collectively prayed this would be her fairy tale ending. The fairy tales in the 90-day universe are rarely that simple. The cracks started showing almost immediately, and they weren't small. They were massive, gaping wounds in the foundation of their relationship. And now, after weeks of watching it all implode on our screens and spiral on social media, the Queen herself is finally opening up. Darcey is spilling the tea on where things really stand with Georgi, and you're going to want to sit down for this. The on-screen collapse we all saw coming. This season wasn't just rocky. It was a full-on avalanche. The core of the issue wasn't just bickering. It was about something far deeper. Trust. Remember that heart-stopping moment when Darcey began to suspect Georgi was stashing money? For Darcey, this wasn't just about finances. It was a screaming red flag, a neon sign flashing exit plan. It felt like he was building an escape hatch, planning a future that didn't necessarily include her. Can you even imagine that sinking, sick-to-your-stomach feeling? You're planning a we, and you suddenly realize he might just be planning for me. Then came Georgi's own devastating admissions. He confessed to feeling trapped in the marriage. Trapped. If that wasn't a knife to the heart, he followed it up by worrying he was wasting his good years with his own wife. Ouch. For a woman who has built her entire brand on finding a man who adores and values her, hearing those words was the ultimate betrayal. It confirmed her deepest insecurities. The blow-up fight that followed was inevitable. We all watched through our fingers as Darcey, pushed to her absolute limit, finally uttered the D word. She asked for a divorce. It was explosive, heartbreaking, and for a moment, it felt terrifyingly final. The social media firestorm that convinced us it was over. The drama, of course, didn't stay on TLC. As the show aired, the real-life drama was unfolding in real time on Instagram, and it was messy. The biggest clue came on Darcey's birthday. This is a day our diva lives for, a day to be celebrated, showered, and adored. So when Georgi posted what was likely a standard happy birthday message, Darcey's response was anything but standard. She commented, loud and clear for the whole world to see, "Take me off your Instagram, I don't wish to be on your social media." The collective gasp from the fandom was deafening. This wasn't a cryptic quote. This wasn't a sad song lyric. This was a direct, public, and utterly humiliating command. You don't come back from that easily. To add fuel to the fire, Darcey started posting about her new chapter, her plans to move out of America, and bracing for a new journey. It sounded like she was wiping the slate clean, and that slate included her husband. Fans were 100% convinced. It was done, finished, over. Darcey finally speaks, the real update. But is it? Just as Happily Ever After, Season 9 begins to wrap up, Darcey sat down for a raw, emotional interview with Access Hollywood and finally gave us the update we've been desperate for. So are they still together? Her answer is pure, unfiltered Darcey. Things are a little bit on the rocks, she admitted, her voice trembling with emotion. It's not a yes, but more importantly, it's not a no. She explained that despite everything, she's glad to survive the storms with Georgi. They are still a they. They still have their ups and downs, which, let's be real, is the understatement of the century. According to Darcey, the root of the problem is exactly what we saw on screen, communication, or more accurately, a complete lack of it. She shared that they are trying hard to work on that massive obstacle, but it's clear the damage is deep. This is where it gets truly heartbreaking. Darcey revealed that even after filming Wrapped, new issues triggered their old problems. And the core issue remains Georgi's secrecy. "I'm trying to regain some trust with him," she confessed. Think about that. She's the one trying. She's the one fighting to trust someone who keeps giving her reasons not to. She got emotional recalling the moment she asked for a divorce, explaining that she only said it because she genuinely felt he didn't want to be with her in the future. This all comes back to his lack of transparency. Darcey explained, heartbroken, that she always included Georgi in her plans, her dreams, her future. She was shattered to realize he wasn't doing the same. He was keeping things from her, making plans on his own, and making her feel like an accessory to his life, not a partner in it. Her emotions were triggered, the source notes, because her husband didn't include her in his future plans. It's the same fight, over and over. Can this cycle ever be broken? Darcey, ever the hopeful romantic, hasn't given up entirely. She suggested that couples therapy could be the key to helping them finally overcome these massive hurdles. But therapy only works if both people are all in. For now, Darcey says she is hanging in tight to see what the future holds. She's in limbo. We're in limbo. They are together but just barely. They're surviving but not thriving. The marriage is still on, but it's on life support, and Darcey is the only one who seems to be holding the plug. We're all rooting for Darcey's happiness, whatever that looks like. We just want to see her win. Whether that means winning her husband back or winning her own freedom remains the biggest question of all. One thing is for sure, this story is far from over, and you can bet we'll be here, watching and waiting for the next update on Darcey and Georgi's unbelievably complicated journey. Keep coming back for all the latest.